Ladies and gentlemen, elves and dwarves and gnomes of all ages, welcome to the pilot episode of Draconis Prime, name pending. Today I am joined with Noctagon.
Yo.
Zubi.
Hello.
And the vengeful Swede, Atta.
Hello there.
So this is the 5e game based on quote-unquote Monster Hunter. We're using a third-party D&D monster stat block thing that you can find with a quick Google. We have D&D veterans with us today, so we should have a fairly easy and nice time. The differences in this campaign compared to your everyday schlub D&D campaign is that we are going to be using heroic scale, spell points, and grievous wounds. The heroic scale is like a standard array, but with a little bit of a boost. Spell points, instead of having spell slots, each spell costs a certain amount of points. Gives you a little bit more versatility with your spells. And grievous wounds. If you fuck up, things can really fuck up. Including losing your head, your arms, even becoming deaf entirely. But that will come later. First, I will introduce you to our wonderful players and their crazy, crazy characters. Who wants to go first? And anyone? The floor is open.
I guess I'll go first, as no one else is jumping at the opportunity. My character is called Kenway. He's a Hadozi pirate from kind of everywhere. He's an artificer. Very ginger. And I guess a fun fact about him is he has a pet goldfish on him at all times that he made himself.
Very nice. Who wants to go next? Atta, the vengeful Swede, or Noctagon, the low energy bear man?
Don't everyone speak at once.
I know, right? Like, it's not like we're recording this or anything.
Listen, man, you said low energy, and I'm bringing it.
Right, okay, you, Noctagon. Describe your character.
It was definitely one of them.
Hey, man, we have to try and not use real names.
Why? I'm not bothered.
No, but, you know.
It'll be easier in the long run.
Yeah, I also don't care. Also, do we have to worry about the whole not swearing in the first 30 seconds?
You swore. Alex swore.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, like, to be fair, I think my accent. I think my accent should cover it, but no, it should be fine. We're 3 minutes into the video. It should be fine.
Ideally, in theory,
yes,
we should be okay. My character's name is Abraham, Ahab for short. I'm playing as a monk, and I mean that's about it, to be honest. My main goal is to kill as many dragons as physically possible.
As you see, and he's a goo man. What's a fun fact about him?
Also, I'm goo. I'm goo.
Okay, yeah.
What else do you need, man?
Okay. Atta, please save us from this horrible intro that we've got going.
Horrible intro. I find it quite interesting, not gonna lie.
It's going well.
Yeah. It's going good enough. So I am playing a Tricreen. First time. His name is Clack Breeze. He is a druid. I have yet to pick a place he is from. He's more or less just like a bug.
Does Clack have any fun facts?
Yes, he does. He loves to explore the wild, finding new things in the new world and the old world where he is from. He also prefers to sometimes talk to his own little spirit that he will summon from time to time.
I have a
Great.
friend on the other side.
Crazy bug person. Great.
A monkey, a goo, and a schizophrenic beetle.
Hey, you will be able to see this little creature of your own.
I mean, you can see it. You can definitely see it.
Well,
Yeah,
hopefully for
and
our
so can you.
audience, I will be able to, like, in post, put pictures of the things you are describing, your characters, from the reference.
Flying off screen like Smash Bros. Characters.
I mean,
Choose your character.
if I had the ability to do that, I would. But sadly, I am but one simple crab.
Can we just set up edits for you to do and then have it be really awkward when nothing happens?
Explosion.
My character flies in again for the second time with 20 explosions in the background, and like a pair of sunglasses that he wasn't wearing before comes in and lands on his face perfectly.
A random eagle screech.
The American flag billows in the background. I can't wait for none of that to happen.
But yeah, so technically this counts as our session 0. Is there any mechanical questions anyone wants to ask, or we have to clarify or anything?
Kinda. My proficiencies. Which stat should I use for them all? Because each one is a bit weird. Like, Thieves' Tools is dexterity, obviously. But then I've got Tinkers, Smith, Cooking, and Navigators. And I don't know what they all use.
Navigators and cooking utensils are survival.
Okay, so that would be Wisdom.
What was the other ones you said?
Smith and Tinkers.
Depending on what you're
athletics.
trying to smith, it would probably either be... It would probably either be like athletics, or it would be arcane. At least to me, I think.
Okay, so I'll set them both as Query. So I have to... So we can choose.
It's
when I
just
cast
if you were
them.
if you were trying to smith like a magic weapon, you would be rolling Arcana rather than Strength.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I don't cut this out, and we have a moment where we can cycle back to the be like, this is the moment where he fucked up.
Alex cut all of us out.
Well,
I only have proficiency in making maps and playing cards. Those are the only tools I know how to use.
I can cook, I can read a map, but I can't make a map. I can thief, I tinker, and smith, and cook. So you already said cook?
You're an excellent cook.
I can also drive every form of vehicle known to man, and even some that probably aren't. I have all vehicle proficiencies. Water, land, sky, and space. So, if something needs driving, I'm your man.
okay. I mean, Clack's a druid, isn't he?
I am, yes.
Did you decide on your circle?
I am a wildfire druid.
Of course. Okay.
Oh, that'll end well in the forests when we're hunting monsters.
Well, on the fair, there is a lot of swamps too, so
Yeah.
Great. The methane swamps.
yeah. I'm sure nothing goes terribly around volcanic fumes.
Mm-hmm. There's a full area in the new Monster Hunter that says that that's not true. It's all fire all the time.
Well, that's the tar fields,
It
isn't
would be a shame if there was a little
oil
fire
fields, yeah.
spirit.
Is it
coming out
bad?
somewhere.
Is it bad that before that came out, right? I had made a map where a part of the map is the Tar Highlands.
I mean, the one in Monster Hunter is oil.
Yeah, mine was more like the La Brea tar pits kind of idea.
That'd be fine. Tar is inflammable.
Well,
It's the methane that comes out of it that is.
yeah, but it still was basic. Anyway, we're getting off track. So anyone else, mechanics wise, need me to explain to him?
We talked about my Steel Defender having multiple like shells. How would I go about making them? Or is that something that I'll find out later?
That would be like a process to like refine and change its armor up. Like it would probably take it would be more time intensive than it would be material intensive, if you get what I mean.
Okay.
Because you'd basically have to remake certain pieces by hand, which is not impossible to do, but it would take extra time to make a very finite, like really fucking complex little gear or something, you know?
Yeah, like the only real difference I would be doing is changing it from different like animal shells. So like default would be like dog or wolf. And then if we go to an aquatic or like swampy area, then like an axolotl. Go to a more tree area, then lizard.
I would say the original, like, creating off the form would take time, but after that, you have, like, it in modular pieces you can just slot back on to the thing when you need to. But you'd
still take time to swap it. But...
Yeah, but not as much time as it would originally take to, like, smith it. But originally, you will have to smith it, and then for you to be able to use it later on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are we doing for HP?
Dragon with fist. For HP, what do you mean?
Are we doing rolled, average, max?
You can roll your HP.
Okay.
I usually just take the middle ground. If I'm feeling lucky on a particular day, I might roll like 1, see what it's like. If I get a 1, I'm just like, no, fuck this. The rest of it's just being middle ground.
Okay. And I was trying to find pictures for what Axel looks like. I've named the Steel Defender Axel.
Mm.
And my little goldfish is called Sprocket. Oh, in like mountainous areas, I could do a giant ram or like a sheep.
Big frog.
Or big frog would be more swamps.
Rain frog.
You never know. You might want to get inspiration from seeing other creatures in the field.
Anjanath.
Devil Joe.
I'm not even entirely sure if we could actually use those names. I might have to bleep it out, depending.
The pickle.
The pickle.
But it depends how much Nintendo is for their copyright when it comes to.
It's not Nintendo.
It's not Nintendo. It's Capcom.
If it was Nintendo, you'd be fucked. But Capcom are better with it.
Okay.
They only co-work with Nintendo, I think.
There's Capcom games on the Nintendos.
Yeah.
So everyone's basically ready to get started.
Should be, until I forget everything I can do, because I've never played a monk before.
I don't play an artificer very often, so we'll see.
I haven't
Jack,
played druid in a.
You keep getting
Couple of years
quieter, Jack.
It's not on purpose.
Okay.
I don't hear a difference.
Huh?
It should be fine. On the okay. So is everyone ready to go? Has everyone got like their basic armor and all your equipment? If you want to do any,
Yes.
I realize
yeah.
I don't
You
need
have an
armor.
armored defense.
if you're using spellcasting components, remember to take a components pouch or a spellcasting focus. I think it is.
Yeah, my tool's my focus.
Okay. Well, I guess without any further ado, guess who's not on Roll20?
If you're not on it, then who's this fourth person in it?
Unprofessional.
Yeah. Who is Zen?
You don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about Zen. Zen's just a camera.
All of your bots smart smoke.
What?
What?
What was that? You fucking
Nothing.
lazy bear asshole?
I didn't hear him
That-
say anything.
That one's just for the viewers.
That's for the members.
Yeah,
That's for the
that's
ones
for
that
whoever
have
was
subtitles
listening.
on.
Yeah, that's for whoever wants to go back and listen to what I actually said. See that? Viewer retention.
Right. Everyone ready to basically start?
Yeah, get. Remember now when we're all calm and not in like 2 hours when we're trying to rip each other's heads off.
I'm sure it will.
Remember this. It'll be recorded. The degradation of our personalities is it will be recorded now.
I'm glad you have so much faith in our friendship. We've
Listen,
been playing together for how many years now, and still this is the thanks I get.
listen. I'm saying this because we've played together for this long.
Makes sense.
Right, children. You are at the Gilded Study of Magica Academy, a kind of prestigious establishment on the fringes of known space. It is an intelligence parade where intelligent people come to a large group of people that apparently have money or connections, and they beg for funding. Like Dragon's Den style to an entire auditorium. The speakers usually don't get much of a response, with usually getting maybe a clap if they did a particularly good presentation. Then out strides in an owlin, a birdman, and a hush falls over the crowd as he says, "Dragons." The hushing crowd starts and it goes over the entire auditorium. "For generations, these mighty creatures have been our protectors, our patrons, our gods. But what exactly is a dragon? And where do they come from?" The crowd whispers. There's a few sneers from shadowy places somewhere in the auditorium. You can hear every once in a while, "Heretic!" is shouted towards the owlin, but the owlin seems to just ignore them. "I have recently come into possession of a book. This book foretells of a lost world, and based on drawings within, I have no choice but to theorize that this is a lost world, and could be the cradle in which all draconic lines descend from." An ominous silence echoes through the great hall as he says that. "I have proof and a star map. I would propose we chart a vessel through wild space to find this lost world and record its wonders," the owlin says with hope in his voice. But then came the first vocalizations of displeasure. Then more, and then more. And within a moment, the whole hall had erupted into furious arguments, some even resorting to fistfights. As the second and third fruit were thrown onto the stage towards the owlin made his escape. Your first choice, are you going to participate in the brawl, or are you going to leave the area?
Are we all together?
No, you're individually apart. You're all just in this massive hall.
I want to punch a guy.
Okay.
If the brawl gets towards me and someone bumps me, I want to do bar fight style. Someone spills my drink from behind and I punch whoever bumped into me.
Cool. What about the rest of you?
We see him like escape out of the hall, right?
You see him like fly above the crowd and disappear out of a door at the back of the hall.
I'm gonna go after him.
Okay.
Is it what's it called? Slanted like it is in
Yes.
the art.
Yes. With a kind of like stage / dome area, and then like a kind of amphitheater kind of thing.
Okay. Can I just like jump and then glide across the entire thing towards the stage?
Okay, so you're going towards the stage instead of...
I'm going to where he was, which he was on the stage, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he flew above the crowd and disappeared out of a back entrance. Well, a door, not a back entrance. Literally one of the doors out of the place.
Oh yeah, then I'm going to be like whistling for Axel to follow, and then chasing after
Okay.
this giant, like 6-foot dog made of metal.
Yeah, that's definitely going to make trample a few wizards to death as it barrels through the crowd.
He's dexterous.
I can kill more wizards.
Yeah, but the wizards aren't.
That's fair.
Skill issue.
What is Clack doing as the fight breaks out all around him? It is a him, isn't it?
It is a he. Yes.
Okay.
He clearly doesn't want any of this roughhousing to do with. So he's gonna scamper his way down, and he's also gonna try and follow this owling.
Okay. Jack, Noctagon,
Mm-hmm.
can you roll me a weapon attack? The Zubi and Atta, can you roll me a dexterity or athletics for like making your way through the crowd? Okay. Was that strength for you, Zubi?
Yeah, it's athletics.
Okay. So
Would I be able to use Axel for help? Because I'm using him to get through the ground.
I'll let you roll with advantage if you want. As he's like,
Yeah.
I imagine like he's battling through the crowd, you're following him.
I'm on his back,
Okay, yeah, it still works.
because I'm small enough to be on his back.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. So
Because he's considered medium, I'm considered small, and small can ride medium, so I'm on his back.
Clack, with a strange amount of insect finesse, manages to contort his body around people as he moves through the crowd. While Kenway just fucking like there's knocking guys left and right. Like it's like there's strike going off in the background. And you see a giant pair of blue goo hands smash two people together that fall to the floor.
Hell yeah!
Such violence.
I'm going finding more guys. I've been imposed a challenge, which is this entire fight. I will win this.
Last being standing?
Last ooze standing. It will be me.
Okay. So, Clank, Clack and Kenway. You basically make it to the door at the same time and reach for the handle of the auditorium door. Like, it's a double door, so like one handle each. And this is like the first time you guys are meeting.
I'm gonna look and say, Gibbs, as I run through the door. Full speed, full sprint.
Mine!
Yeah.
Some people
Like-
don't have manners indeed.
Axel has a 5-foot move speed, so 60-foot sprint.
Fucking hell. Cool, yeah. Okay.
He's not like even gonna like bother trying to dash after him. He's just gonna walk calmly. He is in no hurry right now.
As both of you walk out, a unit of enforcers arrive with their stun batons and file into the auditorium. Noctagon, can you make me another weapon attack, please?
Oh god. Why am I rolling so bad?
Yeah, it's not your finest work. Although I guess you're. This is like a bar fight. You're not trying to actively kill them. This is just a bit of exercise for you.
I want it to be known that I can punch twice every turn, minimum.
Jack, you Nocturne, you need to like either speak up or move closer to your mic.
I haven't moved further away since every single time we've ever played anything.
Well, for some weird reason, your mic keeps dropping out.
You have to turn me up on
it
Discord,
keeps
bro.
loading. You're at 200% and you're still like quieter than both Atta and Zumi. It's fine. I'll be boosting it boosting it in post. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone sounds at the same audio level.
Alright, cut all this out.
No. No, I don't think I will.
I don't know.
I want it on record that I can punch twice a turn. So I feel like I should get advantage.
You know what? Fine. You could have advantage if you're.
Hell yeah. That better!
That is a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah!
As the enforcers enter the room, you just a guy covered in what could be described as blue slime is just flying through the air. The fight continues.
I will not yield!
Right. Zubi, you would be first to try and find the owlin. Could you roll me a survival? If you have like tracking or anything, that would be the time to use it.
If it was perception, I could.
Do I just see him like get half lost in there?
I mean, he's fast enough that it's just like he missed his corn. He missed his turn, kind of thing. He's like running down a corridor.
I go to turn. Axel can't get a grip to turn, so he just kind of keeps sliding.
Yeah.
You drift into a different room.
There's a loud clattering.
Are you alright?
I've had worse scrapes.
He's gonna come over and like hold out the hand to help you up if you need.
I'll be fine. This is nothing like the ships I've been on.
You've been traveling through by ships?
Yes, but he's getting away, so
All right, all
see ya.
right.
As I dash again.
Clack just sighs and
Okay.
then starts jogging after him.
Yeah, it's like tick, 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 tick. As it follows where he was.
Roll me another survival. Getting away.
Okay.
You take
It's the
another.
same thing into a different room.
No, you take another tight corner, and you slide into like a table and knock it over, along with a couple of gentlemen that were drinking at said table, and they look at you angrily.
I just give him a big smile, a little bit of a salute, like, sorry about that, chaps. And I just kind of keep going.
Right?
And Clack just walks past calmly.
Like just making sure to cover Clack's face. You roll me another survival, please.
Please roll the third 12.
Okay, there you go.
Hey! And
Third time's the charm.
and with that, you do manage to find the owl that you were searching for. He's sitting next to what looks like a human wearing a large black hat with a even larger black feather at the top of it. The owlin seems to be telling him something, but the guy in the black clothing doesn't seem to care, as he's just kind of sitting there drinking.
Okay. I guess I'll stop in front of him. Try not to crash into him, because I've been going full sprint this entire time. And I'm hoping I would have got his attention by running up to him on a giant dog.
Yeah, it definitely is making an entrance.
I want to try and very gracefully climb off Axel as he's still slowing down. You know, like in movies where like a car is spinning and a guy just kind of walks out the car,
Right. Okay.
kind of doing that kind of thing.
Okay. Okay. I'll be nice to you, and I'll give you that for free. You can be as cool as you want in the spaceport.
Hell yeah. And I will give him like a little bit of a bow. And do I recognize the other figure?
Be a. What's your? Do you have a proficiency in history?
No, but I am a pirate. I was part of a pirate crew, so I would know of other pirates. If this guy is a pirate.
Roll me. Okay, your pirate does get you a little bit of something, so it does bring the DC slight. Roll me a history.
Not 20, 25.
Nice. The game's
I know
first.
exactly who he is, what crew he's from.
You have heard of a pirate matching that description from a story from when you were first on your crew, from thousands of years ago. The king of all pirates, the vampire lord of the Dreadmeld fleet. His description, well, his loose description matches the figure the owlin is sitting next to. But that could, again, it could literally be any human with a black hat kind of thing.
So, I see this humanoid figure in the black, and immediately the first thought I think is this dread pirate.
Yes.
Okay. Seeing him, this very intimidating looking fellow, bit of a nervous gulp. Look back at the owlin. Give my bow. I'm like, I heard you need a navigator.
Wow, are you talking about the expedition? Are you here to join the crew? He says, like excitedly.
Well, I wouldn't be here otherwise. Wouldn't have chased you down from that hole.
He slams his fist on the table and starts laughing as the figure in black takes out 2 pieces of gold and slides it over to the owlin. Oh, he made a bet with me that no one would be suicidal enough to join our mission. But I knew that the scientific community would not let me down. Tell me, my dear boy, where did you study?
Self-taught.
Ah, self-made man. I respect that.
Yes.
I
point to Axel like, he is my piece de resistance, my work of art, my magnum opus. But I know he can be better.
The owlin seems impressed. The human guy seems to not give any reaction at all. Clack, you would have seen his bow, them talking. You can now enter if you want.
Yeah, Clack kind of walks in, looks around. So this is where you escaped to.
Do you say that
Was
in
that
front,
to
or
Kenway, or was that to the owlin?
Do you just walk into the area and go, "Oh, this is where they went"?
It kind of says it like openly. Doesn't specify to who he says it.
Every 30 seconds he takes like 2 steps closer and says it again.
That is not what he's doing.
As the owl thinks you're talking to him, he goes, "What, you too? God damn it, I'm gonna get lucky tonight." And the pirate slides another 2 gold over to him.
I look at the pirate like, do I get 2 because I brought a friend?
The owlin says, no, this was a private bet. He said that we wouldn't find any help here. For every person that joins the crew, well, there's 2 gold in my pocket. You can see that the pirate guy's kind of grumbling at that. Like, fucking, he's not entirely happy having to fork out so much gold.
Well, if you need a good fighter, you can find one out. Out there, where everyone was gathered.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
I didn't see what happened. I just kind of laughed when they started throwing fruit at me. Oh, by the way,
Yeah, there was this big blue dude who kept fighting everyone he saw. Throwing bodies everywhere, I tell you that.
he might be useful. I should probably introduce myself. My name is Hootsfer Owley the Fifth.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Double checking this character's name. 6th. It's the 6th. He's the 6th Hootsifer. So he's Hootsifer Owley the 6th. But you may call me Professor Hooty.
Pleasure meeting you, sir.
Same to you, you sentient bug. And the human guy kind of like goes, "It's a thrycreen." Goes, "Oh, I've never seen one of you up close. How many mandibles do you have?"
Who, sir?
it just like little mandible scuttle in the mouth.
Yes.
He says, "I like the cut of your jib." Meanwhile, back in the auditorium, the enforcers are now like bringing in the heavy rioter guys, like people, as it's just the big blue guy throwing random people that are already unconscious on the floor at enforcers.
I use a man as nunchucks.
Oh
Yes.
God. Poor guy.
Throwing a guy at a guy.
I think that's called the domino effect.
Would that be improvised weapons or is that proficient?
I've got to be provision.
This is more of an introduction to your characters kind of thing. So it's a bit free. These enforcers are gonna start begging you to stop, as they know that you didn't cause the riot.
Begging, you say?
Well,
Out of fear?
you can tell that they are not wanting to fight you.
So yes, out of fear.
The idea of the giant, like, heavily armored dude walking through the door is like, I got this. Oh my god. There's a bit of red in me. Oh. I may consider stopping. If there's like somewhere close by I can get a drink.
Yeah. Go to Rudy's Tavern. It's down the hall.
Fine then. I will leave the cleanup to you. I'll just saunter off.
There's literally hundreds of bodies. Some, it doesn't seem like they've been killed, as there seems to be like some of the guys like trying to get away on their hands. There's groaning from others. A lot of them have had severely damaged limbs, though.
I wonder why.
There's a lot less blood in a lot of these people. A little bit more blood in me, though, which is a bit weird.
You've increased the bone count in the room by tenfold.
There's little wisps of red going through my arms originating from the knuckles.
My lord.
It just got absorbed automatically.
Is that? Can you get AIDS like that?
I don't have blood.
Yeah, but it's
I won't. Whoever I punch
well,
next might.
It depends on how your cell membrane would react to it being attacked. It might just start dissolving you.
Well, it isn't. So.
Well, those guys didn't have AIDS.
Or I'm immune.
I wouldn't exactly say that.
I think I might be immune.
Are you?
I have resistance. I have resistance to acid and poison.
Yes.
I would say AIDS is considered a poison.
Well, actually, no. I would say that AIDS is an overproduction of a.
It's a disease.
It's a disease in the way that we see it, but what it is unconstricted cell replication.
I think that because I don't have blood, I shouldn't get a disease contracted through blood. Whoever I punch really hard in the face next might.
I'm just the warning guy. Don't blame me when you end up in a jungle.
I don't know why you're trying to do like mechanics of punching someone with AIDS blood in their knuckles.
He's the one that has said, yeah, this random person's blood that I've just drenched my fist in is now being absorbed into my body.
Not one guy, just whoever I started punching. Just most of them.
It's the blood from the broken noses.
I'm made of goo. Whatever I punch is going to get on me, and if it's liquid, it might get in me. That's how I eat.
So you know what happens when you eat AIDS infested blood, yeah?
Are you telling me that someone I thought had AIDS?
No, because this is a clean wizard place for
Right,
intellectuals.
but it's a non-issue then,
I'm
isn't it?
just saying that there is a possibility if you pick a fight with the wrong
I'll
guy.
find gloves at some point, maybe.
Hey man, I'm just warning you before you get space herpes.
I'm not the one who would like. It's not my fault if I get space herpes.
Great first episode.
It's your fault. Alex, cut all of the AIDS talk out.
No. No, I don't think I will.
We'll see how future Nif thinks. It depends if it's funny or not. I mean, what, we're like half an hour into almost an hour. Right.
What time are we going till?
Usual time. So it might be a little bit earlier if we finish up the content that I have. It shouldn't, depending on how much you guys usually fuck around, but we'll see. So upon entry,
I like how you took the shenanigery into your time estimate.
well, yeah, it's, to be honest, I've been playing with you guys for so long, it's kind of just a given. Anyway, when the blue man group shows up with bloodied fists,
The Blue Man guy.
the bar goes silent. And you can see everyone's seeing like what's going to happen.
I just awkwardly look around.
Ev-
Right?
Everyone is staring at you, including the party.
Oh, wait, we're in a bar?
Well, it's a meeting. It's a place where alcohol is served. It's not exactly a bar, more like a cantina.
Oh, it's a cafeteria. Okay. Oh, it's a food court.
Yeah.
I want to get a drink.
I hope they have vegetables.
Are you a herbivore?
Clag is a fruit fly.
I just love vegetables. Is that wrong?
Vegan?
If that's wrong, then boy, I don't want to be right.
What?
Are you vegan?
Hootie just looks at you and goes, fascinating.
No, I just don't need a protein right now.
Okay.
So when the bar, after he gets his drink, the barman does ask for 2 gold. Do you have any gold on you?
Yeah, I got money.
Oh, okay. Do you actually pay him then?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You have like a
Wait,
tankard of
Is 2 golds considered a lot?
It's more that this is a high class establishment, so all the drinks here will be expensive because of where you are.
I have
Fancy
100
ale.
gold.
Shit, seriously? Fuck.
Yeah.
Didn't realize you had that much. Damn.
Well, that's 65. 63, you know.
You've got more gold than Hootie does. Hootie only has like
Oh.
20 gold on him.
You gave us the money.
How was the gold distributed again?
It was
Did you not write it down?
Story.
Mine's 4d4 times 10.
Atta's like, there's money involved?
No, I just don't really remember how we did it.
It's not based on background, it's based on class, I think.
You get some new equipment, some backgrounds give you it.
Oh, okay.
Well, it says on my sheet I have 60 gold, so.
Okay. So yeah, remove 2 gold and you get some lovely space ale.
Spale.
Space rum. Spum.
Spum.
Oh.
I love Spum.
No.
Everyone loves Spum.
I can't wait till we're 2 weeks into a space pirate ship and I have to start drinking Sprog.
As a friend of Clack.
What about the vodka?
I've completely lost what I was saying. Yeah. So when the blue man gets a drink, the human guy walks away from Hooty and the monkey and the bug and goes to talk to the blue man.
God. I was gonna look for someone, whoever was going on a trip to kill dragons anyway.
Are you saying this to the guy?
Well, did I see him walk away from the little owl man?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm guessing you're one of the ones going on the trip to go kill dragons, right?
Yes. My
You
name
paying?
My name is Igor Tepesh, and I am the captain of the Crimson Fucker.
Yeah. Alright.
You
You paying?
I am not. I am just the pilot, you see. It is my ship that Hooty has funded for this expedition.
Oh. So I've got to go talk to the actual boss then.
Well, I have seen that you are already bloodied. Are you one to start with violence?
If violence is needed.
Have you ever worked on a ship?
A few. Mostly just, manual stuff.
Hold on, does he have an ability that could help?
Anything needs carrying or killing.
Get to Axel. Like, how come that guy gets to talk to him?
Are you the yellowest type?
No, but if that's who I think it is, then a bit jealous.
I have no
Wish
idea
I could
who this
have
guy is.
talked to
Who
him.
is it? Or who do you think it is?
If he's who I think he is, that's the Dread Pirate. That is.
The Dread Pirate?
Yeah,
The
King of the Pirates.
owl laughs and says, "My dear boy, the king of the pirates is a fairy tale. He never existed."
That's what they want you to think.
He left all of his treasure in one place.
In one piece.
You
No.
just have to find it.
He says that no, the great vampire pirate lord and the Dreadmel fleet was Chinese rumors. The astral elves, the reason why this dread pirate is so famous, fell due to a civil war, not because of a pirate and his vampire fleet. Mr. Tepesh here, he is a delivery driver. I believe he was hauling cargo from one system to another. He has a crew on board. They have a family. They are good people.
Can I roll something to see if this guy's actually telling the truth in any way?
Yeah, roll
You mean
insight.
insight?
You're like 100, like not 100, maybe like 98% true. Sure that what this guy is saying is true. Like the way he says it, it sounds like he knows about history, like the actual event that apparently the pirate was about. Like all you've heard is the legend, but he apparently has the footnotes. But no,
So
Mr.
all I
Tech
know is
is entirely
the things
safe.
from the stories.
Yes.
Okay. He may not be him, but he looks very much like him.
Well,
That's can't be just a coincidence.
well, you know, it is his style. Perhaps this is some kind of homage. He is a pilot after all.
I'm also a pilot and a navigator
Oh, that will be useful.
and a cook.
Ah, even better. We've been
I kind of did bits of everything on my previous arrangement.
Ah, I'm sure you'll be very useful to our crew. We've been
Yes.
eating MREs for the past 6 months.
I cringe heavily when he says that. Like, you poor man.
I bought them in bulk. I thought they were tasty. I was wrong. You can tell that Hootsufer is not entirely pickled, but he's starting to get very extravagant with his arm flailing and stuff.
It's the first time I've ever heard the word pickled in that way.
I think they're actually pickled. He's been eating too much preserved food.
Like, I've heard of people pruning, which is getting really wrinkly,
No,
but never
when they're
pickled.
when they're pickled, when they're drunk.
Absolutely sloshed.
Yeah, sloshed, smashed, hammered.
Yeah, pickled is
Fucked.
another alternative term.
That's the first time I've heard of it.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's just a Scottish proverb. You know, what is it? Sun Tzu? The Art of War?
It's whatever the Scottish version of Sun Tzu is.
Yeah, yeah.
Sun
It's
Tzu's
just
Art of War.
But it's just a fucking dictionary of different words to describe being drunk. That's what the Scottish one is.
Well, to be fair, yeah, that's kind of what we do here. But yeah, so Hootie has been is festive and merry.
I'll be drinking alongside him.
Fair. He's
I'm hoping he's drunk enough that he's paying for both of us.
he's willing to pay for all three of you. He orders a round for all three of you as he pulls out his notes to start boring you to death with drunk sci-fi knowledge.
3 drinks, I'll take it.
As you listen to the owl's madness on draconic evolution.
Clackus sits there rather fascinated.
If he's got any like diagrams on like dragon biology, I am 100% taking notes.
He doesn't have notes on it as much as it's this roll me an intelligence save.
Intelligence save.
Yeah. Spice things up a little bit.
13.
Okay. You can tell that this is some kind of journal or diary.
Okay.
And you can see that there's drawings, but they're done in a kind of tribal art style. In a kind of almost Aztec-like fashion. I will display some in post here of it.
Can
Do we also get some?
Whoa. That looks really cool.
Give me
Can Clack see what the language is?
roll investigation.
17.
Nice. For the poor sods on my side, I'm going to put it in story recap.
I thought it was going to be us. I thought we were the poor sats.
In that kind of stylization. But
so it's okay.
But that was just an example of the style. That's not one that, well, you don't know if that's one that you see. But it's in that style.
It's colored tribal,
Yes.
almost cave painting.
I like Aztec-y. I think Aztec-y worked quite well.
Yeah, I guess that was an Aztec style. Yeah.
But yeah. So various pictures of things. Sometimes they're a bit more difficult to make out than others, but there's quite a few different little pictures. What did you roll for your investigation? 17. You can see it is written in Gnomish.
One language that I don't know.
I actually really like picking Gnomish for a language because no one ever picks Gnomish.
Because Gnomish, I'm pretty sure, doesn't have much of a written language.
Only
It has a spoken.
only the gnomes know.
Well, you say that. I had a character that knew Gnomish, and then you turned him evil.
Spoilers, Jack. Noctagon. Cut that. Spoilers.
At this point, we might as well just use actual names.
No,
You might have even used my fucking character's name.
what is your character's name again?
Wait, it's not the fucking Blue Man group, I'll tell you that.
Language, Nocto. Language.
Don't you start at all.
Maybe Nocto might be easier to say.
Oh my god. Just say Ahab.
I'll try.
No, you won't.
Wait, well, no, I will try. No, it's starting a new campaign. You know, teething things. But I'm gonna cut that bit so that
You've said everyone else's character's name so much.
Well, I don't really have a choice in that matter because I'm going by
an example
that
of
everywhere.
This is an example of what Gnomish looks like written down in Gen Chat.
Oh yeah, okay.
And a bigger version of it, so you can copy and paste it for your editing.
Mr. Bugman, you do notice that with your 17, there is a language mixed in with that Gnomish language that looks very similar but different.
Is it also in Gnomish?
No, it is not Gnomish. You have never seen it before.
Never seen letters like those before.
Yes, I believe that it is the language of the ancient Draconians.
Ancient Draconians. I am very intrigued to find out more about them.
Yes, the cradle of evolution for dragons, where every single dragon has come from, where they can base their ancestry back down to. The species that crawled out from the primordial soup, if you will. And he's like starting to get very agitated and like announcing things, and you can see that people in the bar are getting uncomfortable, verging on hostile, as he's getting into the spiel about dragon evolution and the source of like the ancestor that they used to all share when they were animals.
I'm like half asleep.
Sir, I think you should calm down a little. People started looking very angry.
Oh. He looks around, he's like, oh. Sits down, he's like, yeah. People tend to think my work is blasphemous towards dragons. It's silent.
I'm intrigued with your dragon knowledge. I want to see if I can make one.
Make a dragon?
Yeah. Can't be that difficult, can it? A few nuts, a few bolts.
Everything is not.
That's probably more blasphemous than what you're thinking. But
Everything in this world is not bolts and screws. They're living beings.
yeah,
Bet I could kill a dragon.
So as you say that, we're behind everyone. Hootie looks up and goes, "Oh, hello. Are you joining the crew as well?"
You've doing the expedition thing to go kill dragons?
Well, we are studying dragons. We are there to watch and record.
But like, you want to watch and record their organs as well from the inside.
I do want to know their muscle structures. That can help with my project.
There you go.
If we are in danger, we can defend ourselves, but the point of the expedition is to leave as little fingerprints on this lost world as possible.
Well, the good news is I don't have fingerprints. So it don't really matter what I do, does it?
Out of all of us, I think I'm the only one that does, as I hold up my hands.
Well, I don't really leave fingerprints since I have, claws. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
Clink, clink.
moves his phalanges.
Pincers.
Did
Two.
you say phalanges?
Yes.
It's ooze.
I couldn't come up with another word. Shut up.
His hooves. Bugs have hooves. We established this years ago.
in a campaign long ago, in the before times.
Clack is technically a prawn.
I'm not even gonna fucking argue with that knocked.
Yeah. Bug with pincers. Ooze with ooze.
Ooze with
I'm the one with actual hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
For now.
Right. So yeah, in Gnomish and a second language that no one can decipher, even Hootie himself. And he says, before we go, we have a little side job for you to do. I have paid for a vehicle to be made for us, custom built. I need you guys to go pick it up. I've already paid for the thing. You just need to go and get it.
I am not a good driver.
Well, I'm sure my simian fellow here, and puts his arm around Kenway. I'm sure my simian friend here can pilot the ship that vehicle to safety. Can you not, Kenway?
I can pilot almost anything. I've yet to find a vehicle I cannot drive.
God, Kotzo was crashing.
The question is, how fast do you want it and how many pieces?
At normal speed and in one piece, as in all together.
That's not as fun, but that's doable.
Give me any vehicle on any terrain. I'll crash it in record time, just you see.
So he hands you the address to this. I don't have an exact name for it yet, but it's something private security firm.
Okay. So it's like a dock or a shipyard for private security.
You don't know. You only have an address.
Great.
He then scrolls down a second address, which is a direct docking area. It's basically telling you where to, after you got the ship, where to go. And then it says, me and Captain Tepesh have got to make sure the monkey crew is all together before and everything's packed up on the ship. Can I trust you guys to handle this as your first official mission as part of the expedition?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Jolly good. And he shakes all of your hands one by one before him and Tepesh leave the bar. Or the cafeteria canteen up thing.
Which hand is he's shaking on Clack?
I
I have like 4 arms.
Yeah, whichever one that you offer him when he offers you a handshake.
That would be my main hand.
Got a lot of trust in 3 people that haven't signed a contract yet. They just gave us the keys to his ship, didn't they?
No,
Exactly.
You've got to go pick up a vehicle for him and bring it back to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gave us the keys to it, though, didn't he?
Nope.
The keys are with the manufacturer, which is where we're going to pick it up.
Alright.
He just gave us the location of where it is.
And just hopes that we won't steal it.
Yes.
Are you gonna steal it though?
I don't know how to drive a spaceship.
I'll see how nice it is first.
Yeah.
What have I gotten myself into? All I wanted was to study new things. Well, new plant life, that.
And now we're stealing spaceships and killing dragons.
What?
What?
I get onto Axel's back. You two ready?
Please don't crash into any more tables, will you?
Well, it's not my fault the table's in the way.
Mm.
His paws don't exactly work well on solid, smooth floors.
Oh.
Designed for
What do you
decks.
usually?
He's designed for wooden ship decks and, other terrain, not smooth.
I see.
A most terrain vehicle.
Exactly. Blue Man gets it.
Uh-huh.
What's your name, big fella?
Ahab is fine.
Pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
And you were Kenway?
That's my name. Last time I checked.
Pleasure meeting you too.
And your name?
Name's Clack. Clack Brace. That you can just call me Clack.
Let's go steal a ship.
We are not stealing the ship.
Oh, no, of course not, of course not.
No, don't listen. No one said steal. I don't know where you're getting that from.
You both just said it.
Give a very
Oh.
obvious stage wink to Ahab.
Can I make an insight on you guys?
I'm
We're
not hiding it.
why? What? We're not lying. You said steal.
You two started it.
No idea what you're talking about.
So, how are you going to find this one address in this giant space station?
Is there a map on this space station?
Roll.
I can imagine there's probably maps around telling people where to go, like kiosks.
Mm,
That's just, health and safety and good infrastructure.
mm,
How will people know where the fire exits are? Or the escape pods?
Oh,
For no apparent reason.
everyone knows where the escape pods are because they're basically in the center core.
Yeah, but how will people know how to get there without maps?
There's like a light, like a phosphorescent line that shows up when certain lights are activated.
Hmm.
This is meant to be like an institute of the intelligent Victorian class noble people.
I definitely stand out. I'm shirtless.
Oh yeah, all of you do.
I
But-
just have like.
I'm shirtless with like 3/4 length hammer pants.
Yeah, no, that's a bug.
There is an undercity.
And you
You
are
do.
a big glue.
There is an undercity, but the address that you have is for the rich people districts. Still huge, but at least it's not in the seedy undercity.
I guess I'll try and find some sort of map.
Roll me investigation. What do the rest of you want to do? I imagine you're all kind of traveling together.
Yeah.
My rolls are so bad today.
I was just going to follow Kenway. He's got the address. I don't know where I'm going. Either I'm following Kenway or I start wandering.
Kind of have to miss a giant wolf with a ginger monkey on his back.
Yeah, no, but I'm pretty sure I'm taller than most of the people around us.
No. Kenway is so much shorter. Kenway's like 2.5 feet tall. He's about the same height as the owlin.
We'll get
I can imagine.
we'll get a height chart for episode 2.
Meaning I need to figure out the height for Clack.
It's okay. We still need to get through episode 1. So you guys have left the bar and are investigating. Does anyone else want to roll anything, or is it just Kenway doing the looking for a map?
We ask you around where to find it.
Roll a charisma. Ah,
I'm stealing your good rolls today, can we?
apparently so. So yeah,
Yeah.
for a horrible bug creature with pincers
Wow, thanks.
with pincers instead of a mouth and an exoskeleton instead of skin, you're surprisingly well spoken. And the nobles think of you more as an oddity more than a threat. So they're more than happy to talk to you and tell you where you need to go. And they say that you want to go to the engineering district. And they point to like a bit further up the city, maybe like 30 to 40 minutes walk, and then like across a bridge.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Yes, the pleasure is all mine.
Come on, guys, this way. See you around, and good luck.
Cool. So you walk through this well-maintained kind of sci-fi future, polished steel and gold embroidery everywhere, kind of rich district, which leads way into a kind of more chrome and mechanical oddities. Like everything looks like a Rube Goldberg machine in here. There's bits flying out of buildings in balls, rolling into another building, where it's then getting like kaplunked into a building 3 blocks away. If you understand what I mean.
No.
Very. If you've seen the Robots movie,
Oh yeah.
very much the city in that.
Mm.
Great. So a nightmare.
It's not that horrible.
I know these things like the back of my hand.
Hey, that's new.
But yeah, so there's
I'm
whirligigs
thinking-
everywhere. What the fuck was that?
I am. Did you just like click back into like Roll20 or something? Because that sounded just like when you roll the dice.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, if you are tabbed out of Roll20 and click back into it, it plays all the sound of the dice at once.
That was so loud, even we heard it.
Ah,
I did at least.
Jesus, well, I hope that doesn't happen again.
The DM now have death.
Well, I just wasn't expecting it. It just fucking popped up. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Where was I? Oh yeah. So you guys cross the luxurious bridge into the engineering district. Can you guys roll me a survival to try and find out where the house is?
Can I not use my navigation tools?
There's nothing to like navigate from. Like you can't see any stars or anything. It's all a synthetic sky.
Try
Investing.
and navigate using the stars to find a ship.
Use it backwards.
Just use your eyes.
There's stars somewhere up there.
Climb on a pole or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Can I like find like pole or some
Yeah.
sort of like tall thing and climb up that and use that
Oh yeah,
as like a vantage point?
that's how you got higher than Abraham, or what's your character called?
Abraham.
Abraham.
Just Ahab.
Ahab. I think you might need to change your character name.
You're the only one that has a problem with this.
Oh yeah, but I'm the DM and I'm also the one that has to fucking edit this shit together.
Abraham is easier than Clack.
And Clack rolls off.
How is that easier?
I don't know. Clack Breeze is a bit harder to say than Abraham.
Abraham Gushmeal.
You don't have to say the entire thing every time you talk to me.
Yeah, just Ahab.
But yeah.
I think I've changed it. It'll come up on the next roll.
Okay. Fuck, what was I saying? I'm glad everyone was paying attention.
Right, listen, you interrupted yourself to make fun of my name. I'm not helping you.
I climbed a pole.
Yes.
I saw good.
Yes, you saw good because you saw more than Abraham. Fucking Ahab.
Abraham.
Abraham.
It's a learning process. Ahab. So yeah, you see further than Ahab because you have climbed up taller than Ahab. Clack, you can smell the location just from the smell of the city. You're like, this way. The Force tells me so.
You keep Star Wars out of this. No, like you kind of can see like his antenna just like directing him.
Yeah, it's chemoreceptors.
Pretty much.
He just goes up to a
That's
random guy. His feelers just all over the guy's face. You're like,
Nope.
yes,
Go to the next one.
I see.
Nope.
Just sniff a guy, and you're like, I know where our ship is. How?
At some point, yes, I will allow that if she rolls well enough. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, so
I can smell where the way is.
you do manage to find. You do manage to find the specific building, and you see, like a neon emblazoned, the name of the private security.
Like a moth. You saw the bright sign and knew exactly where it was.
Perhaps there's a few bright signs, but this one is especially like bright. As you go in, it's like a kind of like mechanics shop, but it has this massive kind of warehouse bit attached to it. When you go in, you can see that there's automated security systems that have instantly locked on to your position when you stepped over the threshold. And this brings the attention of the small gnome who basically just rolls out from underneath a ship and says, "Hello, can I help you?"
Hi, yeah, we are here to pick up a ship.
Are you with that crazy owl with his draconic theory? Fucking crazy bastard.
Yeah. Yeah.
The name's the Great Gnome Thorn. I am an inventor of sorts.
So am I. Pat. So.
Yeah, you pat that, he pats the bigger ship. Yeah, they be like that, don't they? Yes, I am the Great Gnome Thorn. Did the owl tell you which one he wanted?
He said it was a custom one.
Well, yeah, oh, you weren't aware? Oh, well, the crazy owl paid in full up front, and instead of letting his money go to waste, I decided to give him options. So I've made 3 ships to his specific design. Since you're the ones here to collect, I guess you get to choose which ship you bring home with him.
I guess the plan was he'd come and pick it up. He chooses one of the 3.
No, it's an oversight. Like, they had so much left in the budget that they were able to outfit more than one vehicle for him to take.
I'll take them all.
They can't. You literally don't have the ability to take them all. Anything that,
Just 3 of us.
Yeah, but if
We'll crash 2 of them, and then whichever one's left, we'll take.
No, whichever 2 you don't take get taken apart and then reused for other ships.
Okay.
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 So he brings you into each one by one. You can see in the vehicles, in the vehicle bay, the Firebolt class, the Xanthar class, and the Cask landing ship. They're the look of the vehicle. He starts off with the Firebolt, and it's got a side panel for everyone to step in. It's quite small, and he talks about how good it is at moving around, and how they're really good in defending ships from other ships, as they're so maneuverable. Can't take a punch, but this baby, souped up with all the bells and whistles that we've gave her, should be able to punch back even harder. The Firebolt has 2 LBX cannons. They are twin-linked, so you fire 2 shots, but it's actually 4 rounds, and you roll 3d6 per shot taken.
So 4 times 3d6.
Yes. You have to roll each one individually. And if you're proficient with ship weaponry, then you roll with +6. Very fast. It is small. Doesn't have a lot of armor.
If I'm just proficient with vehicles, does that mean I'm also proficient with vehicle weapons?
No.
He's proficient with vehicles and guns. So
Yeah, I've got firearm proficiency and vehicle, so...
These are, like... As an artificer, this is, like, top of the line, like, prototype magic weaponry kind of shit. Like,
never seen on the market before.
Yeah.
Okay. That explains why I don't know how to do it.
Like
I've never seen this shit before. Looks cool. Oh, it's like a truck.
you see that it's been modified onto an existing ship. Like these are technically civilian vehicles that he has been able to modify into what Professor Hootie has been asking for. And he brings you over to the Xanthar class, which is a large kind of transporter for big cargo. It has a large front loading bay. This particular Xanthar ship has a PPC, which is a projected particle cannon. Single target. If it hits, it rolls 8d4 and does a DC 10 stun, and it's front facing. On top of that, it also has 2 hull mounted AC2s, which when they hit do 5d6. They can jam and not destroy themselves, but can be a bit of a hassle.
They need constant maintenance to make sure they're actually running in order.
Yes. He seems most proud of this ship, as he says in particular that the biggest issue was trying to make something that was strong and light. It had to be strong and it had to be light, and he keeps bringing it over, and he's very unsure of why these specific modifications.
Did he not build these himself?
He did, but the owl gave him, it has to be this strong to do and be able to withstand this, this, and this, and he just had to build it.
So he got the specifications and no reasoning behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he says, last one, well, I didn't have a lot of stuff left over, and this old cask model is kind of shit. But it fits with what is needed for the specifications, and I've managed to put a nice load of rockets inside this baby. Slaps the side of it. It has a pop-out SRM-10, so 10 short-range missiles. When they hit, it does 10d6, but it needs to be reloaded by hand. And these also have a critical failure thing.
So, Fireball, very fast, has guns that don't jam, and can shoot very fast. Xantha is stun gun and 2 guns that could jam with a lot of space but slower. And then the cast is, I'm guessing, very, very slow, next to no storage, but has a missile launcher that does a lot of damage.
Actually, it has,
but it's very slow to reload.
It's fast on planet, but low top speed, and its atmospheric abilities are lackluster. It also has low acceleration, but it does have a ridiculously large cargo space.
Oh, wait, the space equivalent to a caravan minivan, that's tiny. Space equivalent to a semi-truck hauler, that's a lot. Then attack helicopter is about the same as a caravan minivan. Maybe just a little bit bigger. So,
I mean, like,
cast as the smallest space.
This is in terms of, like, ships. So it's the ship equivalent of a minivan, as in, like, a Walter White, like, mobile drug lab kind of minivan.
That's not a minivan. That's an RV.
Well, fuck's sake.
A minivan is like a 6 people, like, family car.
Fine.
RV is what you take on road trips.
Fine.
Yeah.
There. I have changed it. Pray I do not change it further.
Okay. So I'm guessing the size is space equivalent to size of thing. Like the cargo space. So the cast is mostly cargo space.
It's mainly a Tetris issue. Like the cask has the biggest cargo space because there's literally not that much else stuff kind of in there. It's just basically a brick with
It's the
acceleration.
bare necessities inside it.
The firebolt is a proper small vehicle. Very fast. Would be the kind of thing that civilians would use in a rebellion, and just strap a gun to it, much like how the masterful gnome Thorn has done so. So, folks, which ship takes your fancy?
I don't know if these two know much about ships, but I'm eyeing that Xantho.
Yeah, the Xantho looks pretty good.
Indeed, it does.
Big space, good guns. You mentioned that it's got quite high defense, right?
Bulky, great acceleration, low top speed, and a large front-loading cargo bay.
But does it have good armor?
They all have about the same armor.
But the Firebolt, you said, has specifically paper-thin armor.
Yeah, like
That you did.
So if they're all the same, they're all paper-thin then.
okay, out of the game, a firebolt would be crippled by a Rathalos, but a Xanthar could probably take a few hits before it went down. A cask would probably go down on the first hit, but it's so bulky and big that its crash would probably be mitigated by its size. Like, it's what it's supposed to do.
So the
So
Xantho
Xantho is highest armor and also the most heartiest one.
Technically, yes, but it's also the bulkiest, so it's the most difficult to transport and navigate through small areas. And it does have a low top speed, which is meant to be like planet side.
But it's got great acceleration, which means you can get to that top speed very fast.
Yeah, but it can only get
In terms of
Put a
in-game
save
numbers,
on.
there isn't. I don't have any mechanical in-game numbers. It's more of a kind of loosey-goosey base rules of power kind of thing. Like, all these ships, if a dragon attacked, would basically not stand a chance.
Great.
Would we be? Would
that's
one be
out of
able
count.
to modify it later if needed?
Technically, yes, but
I probably could, but it would take me a long time to do.
it would also probably more of a waste of resources than, like, unless you got very attached to its weaponry. Like, the main point with the ships is that you shouldn't let them get attacked. They are basically your best way of escaping from danger and pulling out when things get bad.
If it's just for escaping, then the Firebolt sounds like the best because it's the fastest one. But the Xantho is slower, but has more space, and also can take a hit.
I say we get the Xantho. We can fit more monster parts in it.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, and I could also have more workshop space in that front loading bay.
Well, you can workshop, you could do stuff in the manufacturing bay with Hootzifer and Mr. Tepesh.
Yeah, but I can also do more thorough investigation of monster parts in the cargo bay because they're all going to be all there.
You're claiming it
If
as
someone
your
is
study.
very needy.
Don't worry about the cat ninjas.
I say it every time you bring it up. Just ignore the cat.
I can't ignore a cat.
You can try.
I can certainly try, yes.
Just, if you're not going to ignore it, just don't bring it up. Maybe.
We'll see how long that lasts.
I mean, it might
I said we
last...
go for the Xantha.
I concur.
Yep.
Okay. Sure, yeah. Enjoy. You are aware of the self-destruct switch, yeah?
The what
I
now?
beg your pardon?
Yeah, just don't push it.
Oh, no, I don't have it. It was... The owl has it.
He can just blow us up whenever he wants.
Yeah,
Well, that makes me not feel secure anymore.
he specifically asked for that.
Could have told
Why would
us.
Yeah, why would he want to blow up his own ship?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have told you that. I'm sure... I'm sure it's just an anti-theft device. I'm sure that you have nothing to worry about. The owl, although seemed a bit erratic, he seemed earnest enough. He's meant to be some kind of high-class druid or some shit.
How hard would it be to disable this self-destruct feature?
I mean...
I'm like leaning... I guess... how tall is this guy? This gnome?
He's regular gnome size. I think they're like 3 to 4 foot.
Okay. I guess I elbow him in the waist then, because I'm waist height to him. Well, I'm like mid-torso to him. Jesus, I'm tiny.
Yes, you are.
So, how hard would it be to disable
I'm trying to think if this guy would actually tell me.
Roll a charisma question mark?
Yeah, fuck it. Roll me a persuasion. Make my job easier. Ah.
Nice.
He says it's not exactly something you can take out of it. It hard links the navigation controls with the with the projected particle cannon and the engines, and detonates them each individually.
So if I try and remove it, it's going to blow the ship up.
Essentially, yes. That was actually my idea to add to the blueprints.
It's a smart idea.
Yeah, I thought so.
Stops people from trying to tamper with it.
Yeah, well, the owl said when I asked him about it, I was asking about the yield, because the yield seems far bigger than what I would expect for just an anti-ship scuttling device.
It's probably just in case it gets taken by one of the dragons that he's trying to research.
I mean, sure.
Then he can just blow it up.
Well, you know how foolish that would be. They're gods. You can't stop the will of gods.
Uh-huh. Oh, man.
Maybe not, but he definitely seemed to want to try.
I just tinker with my machines. Keep my head down. Less drama that way.
Been there.
Here, lad, take this with you. As like you're stepping onto the Xanther. It gives you a drift globe.
What?
A drift globe.
Rift globe.
Engineer
It's
to
like a flying light source.
yeah, engineer to engineer. It's always good to have a light source when you work.
Oh, definitely. However, I don't really need to worry about that, as I point to like some goggles I've got around my neck. Like, these bad boys let me see the dark.
Take it with you anyway, as a maiden voyage present.
Thank you.
Well, I will accept it graciously then. I will accept it graciously.
You can see him scampering behind what looks like a very well used barrier. You can see the scorch marks from
He's preparing for takeoff.
Should we take cover as well?
No, you're in the ship.
Oh.
The gnome is praying to his gnome gods that you don't crash the ship, but the thing is very bulky, and the door seems a lot smaller than it did when you walked in. Now at the helm of this massive ship.
I fit bigger and smaller. Let's see what I can do.
Okay. What would
That's what he said.
What would steering be? Is it sleight of hand in proficiencies? Or?
I mean, I've just got space vehicle proficiency I can roll.
Okay, then roll me an intelligence then.
Just a straight intelligence.
Yeah.
I know ships. Can I reroll that?
Other than that one.
Was that actually a nat one?
Yeah. Although
My
ship
rolls.
proficiency roll would just be D20 plus proficiency.
Okay, no, it's you're new to the ship. You grab the flight controls, and your thumb just rests on a button that you accidentally press, and it fires the PPC forward, making the hole slightly bigger.
Like he's just gonna slowly turn his head towards Kenway.
Kenway's got the biggest smile, hair trigger. I like it.
Yeah. Do it again.
Are you mad? You're gonna blow us all up.
We're going forwards no matter what anyone says. Up walls.
Full speed ahead.
Right. Shit. roll me a d20 with your proficiency.
Punch it, Kenny.
Is this for
steering the ship? The hole is now big enough that you can actually fit through. Now you're merging into oncoming traffic.
18.
Yeah.
Cut that.
In fact, I have to cut that further because I said my real name because I'm a fucking idiot. And that's gonna make it into the video.
Hell yeah. Blooper reel. I want a compilation of every time one of us swears. I want a counter.
If we ever get fans, I would actually enjoy if they did that, but I doubt we'll ever get fans.
I'd love to watch a fan edit, an animation of this first episode happening.
You never know.
Yep.
You never know. It might happen. Perhaps we can get bucks. So you managed to merge into the space traffic fairly well. You obey the space rules of the road. Roll me another vehicle proficiency.
What the fuck is with my rolls today? That's another nat one.
Hell yeah. It's a very short-lived campaign.
No. So you're thinking about, you're still trying to get the controls, and you flick a switch, and the top thrusters come on, forcing the ship down, which hits a smaller ship underneath you. I'm gonna roll.
Hey,
I know
what
what it
do you
is because I'm
fire?
trying to. It's because I'm trying to obey the law.
Uh-huh. Are you sure you're proficient in space?
I'm
Yeah,
only
yeah.
proficient when I'm breaking the law.
I'm a pirate, you see.
Yeah.
Laws are meant to be broken anyway.
I want to point out that we still haven't left the dock.
No, you have.
Yeah.
You've merged into oncoming traffic. Because
Oh, great.
The
So we
whole-
just shot a guy.
no, you just that one is Zubi's character accidentally activated the top mounted thrusters, which then forced your ship down onto a smaller, less defended and less armored ship that begins to smoke and kind of like wibble wobble.
I squashed a dude.
But
Just ground pounded a different ship.
it does seem to stabilize, and there is honking.
Found in space?
Punch it, Chewie.
You're the Chewie. You're the other one driving.
Right, yes. Punch it, me.
Roll me.
I hate how bad my rolls are.
So you punch it, and you go from 5 miles per hour to 20 miles per hour.
In half a second.
Hell
I mean, yeah, you do.
Let me tell you, I know how it is to have bad rolls constantly.
we go from 5 miles per hour forward to 20 miles per hour backwards in an instant.
No, I roll. If he got a 1, that would happen. The ship would lower to finish the job. But with that 9, he's managed to not completely fuck everything. It's good. It's fine.
She's a temperamental beast, she is.
Mm-hmm.
A wild ride, I would say.
So the smoking vehicle manages to catch up, and they drive up to your cockpit and stick their fingers out at you. You can see that they're a bunch of elf-like beings in various shades. And they're like swearing at you, giving you guys the V as they start slowly gaining up speed and flying away.
Can I clip them?
You want to T-bone them?
No, like they're going. I'm just gonna like sway a little bit and just like hit into the back of their head so they.
Roll me a space vehicles. Okay.
See, breaking the law.
You can
Freaking
choose
law.
to crash their ship.
Just fear them, of course. If they crash, that's their own fault for not being good enough pilots.
Oh, good.
Okay. Turns out they do have a good pilot at the helm.
Lucky them.
You're mad.
He actually manages.
Some say yes.
He actually manages to realize what you're doing and just manages to keep away from you, to vent his thrusters to give him enough space so that you didn't hit. But he is now obviously aware you tried to clip him, and he's gonna speed up even more. Do you want to try and punch it again, or do you want to let him go?
Do I try and? He flipped me off.
4 elf-like creatures flipped you off. You didn't see the driver, but 4 elf-like creatures in various shades flipped you off.
Well,
To be fair, they flipped you off after you nearly crashed into him. Or did crash into him. And then you crashed into him again. So it's not unwarranted.
we should watch where they're going.
You could blast them out the sky with the PPC.
Yeah, like that's not gonna come back and haunt us later.
It's that red button's just sitting there. Just on top of the head. Just on top of the.
That red button looks a lot like the self-destructs, which I know we have.
If it helps, that button is not on your ship.
It doesn't. It doesn't make me feel better for some reason.
I thought, at least then you couldn't activate it irresponsibly.
No, just
God
someone
forbid
that
I
you
do
can't
that.
see.
Or by accident.
Big grin on my face. I look to Clack and Ahab like, where are the guns?
Fuck yeah!
Let's test this puppy out.
Scared at this point.
So-
We hit a car, and now we're killing a family of 5.
So, you have
I'll start it.
You have options for doing this. Zuby, you can either fire the gun directly, or you can focus on steering and let someone actually use the targeting computer to fire the weapon.
Where's the big one?
I'll be focusing on steering, putting my trust in the other two to arm and use the guns. And any other systems.
Where's the big one? Where is it?
You're going for the biggest gun,
Yeah.
which I guess would be the
That'd be
classical cannon.
Yeah, that'd be the PPC.
What am I?
How good of a shot do you think you are?
I don't use this.
There is
Great.
there is a joystick and an aiming reticule.
Was there a navigation system on this spaceship?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
essentially.
I assumed the gamer position. You like? I'm assuming. Is it just like a joystick that's just out, or is it in like a little compartment that you have to like sit in, like a gunner seat?
It is actually in a little compartment. I was just about to say.
All right, great. I'm morphing my body to be able to fit into this seat.
Going from your 7.5 feet
But
to probably closer to like 5 feet.
your mention of
I'm just dense.
your mention of the World War II ship, like airship weapons, is very apt, as it is like one of those ball turrets.
Fuck yeah!
And
I'm in
as-
it.
Basically, it can only do 180 degrees. But you can switch fire mode to the 2 hull-mounted AC2s.
Smaller guns.
One big, two small.
One big gun is all I need. All I
Okay.
use as well.
So if you're using the ship's tactical computer, you can roll it with advantage. But it is just a straight up, just a D20 roll.
5.
You have it with advantage since you're in the tactical chair.
6.
Yeah, so you fire the weapon and it veers past them and hits a building. Let me roll the damage dice.
And the building falls down and kills the family of 5. And we win.
Oh, that was actually a very low roll for the particle cannon. So it does 19. It does 19 damage to it.
And it's stunned.
It is stunned, but the wall was already immovable and impassable. Like, it wasn't moving.
And now it's even more immovable.
It's slightly charred as electrical energy bounces off around it from the point of impact.
I think I've made my point.
As you fire the weapon, you hear like what sounds like pitter patter as you look towards the front of your ship in the little glass viewpoint you have. You can see that the elves are now bringing out pistols and are firing towards your ship with pistols.
Alright, now it's on.
It was a bad idea.
Revenge!
That's when the bug jumps into the safety harness, straps themselves in.
Get us within melee range of this other ship.
They are faster than you and they are pulling away.
Ramming speed!
I was just about to say, ramming speed!
Right.
We're boarding their car!
Right, okay. Roll your space vehicle.
I'll be right back.
Ramming speed!
Yeah, so you do manage. They try and dive, thinking that they'll get gravity to help them, but little do they know you're heavier, and you dive as well, weaving around other cars as you're chasing after this individual. Do you want to fire the AC2s? Because they haven't been fired.
Is that something I can do?
Yeah, the pilot can shoot all the weaponry, but they don't get advantage they don't get advantage from shooting it, and they only get a bonus if they're proficient with these weapons or with ship weapons. So as long as someone else hasn't fired it, you can fire it.
Fuck it. Cannon button, go. What do I roll?
I did say BRB, so.
It's just
17.
oh shit, yeah.
Back in the law.
So that's 5d6.
Oh yeah, do I have to roll that?
No, I've just been rolling it. We'll do it when you get to in the field. You'll roll it, but just for now, we'll just do that, just to make sure that everything works out effectively. It's testing phase. But yeah, you blow it out of the sky.
Hell yeah.
The end, you hit
I'm back.
you hit
Welcome back.
Welcome.
a slight ricochet round, and it went into a vital compartment and started boop, 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 and then it just.
I pressed the shoot button on the 2 autocannons.
You just killed him.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! That's what they get for shooting at us.
That's when you hear a kind of Nina, Nina, Nina.
Your mic is like.
Shit, it's the fuzz.
Quick, speed up. Punch it, Kenny.
Right, roll that spaceship handling.
Roll to punch.
Fuck.
Okay.
That was so close to being higher. That was so close to being a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, these cops they're used to racing in their space vehicles. They're starting to catch up. Do you want to roll another one and try and do evasive maneuvers, or are you fighting against the cops?
We got told to bring it back in one piece, so...
Yeah. You dip, dive, dodge, and dive again. Weaving in and out of floating vehicles and oncoming traffic. You've managed to get ahead. Can you roll me a sleight of hand? Oh yeah, you managed to do it. You go around a corner and then activate the grav clamps so that it sticks the upside down of a tunnel as the cops fly past.
Yeah, stick to the top, all lights off.
Give it a minute or two, and turn everything back on and just go back to where you came.
Hell yeah. I think we lost him. So here you go. In Gen Chat.
Ah,
Oh my god, you are tiny!
he is the tiniest little monkey man.
2'6" and full of rage.
You're
You know,
mad!
you're actually smaller than the monkey crew.
What I don't make up for in size, I make for intelligence.
You are a dwarf among monkey folk.
Fine, I'll be taller.
No, it's fine. I'm fine with you being a dwarf among monkey folk.
No, you're complaining about it.
I'm not
Sorry.
complaining. I'm just saying.
You're making
We
fun of
know
him.
that
That's how you get shot in the face.
we know that Nif complains about literally everything.
What the fuck
Literally
is this?
everything.
What the
Am I
fuck?
wrong?
Yes.
No. You don't.
It's a racial trait from being Scottish.
Fuck off, Knock.
No, say it. Pussy.
Fuck you.
Not like you're
bear-
saying my entire address.
Fuck you, you bare asshole.
That's not that ain't it, Chief.
Gonna grab some water.
You don't want to see that.
Okay, I've upped it to 3'6" instead of 2'6". So he's still tiny, but slightly bigger.
Like a dwarf among midgets.
Why is he so buff?
What I mean?
See, the thing is, you can't change it now because I need to show this as proof of what you've done.
Alex, keep all of this in.
Oh, maybe I might put this as like the end of the video.
No. No, I don't think I will.
Oh man,
I can
at least he doesn't have weird nipples. Like some people we know.
Yeah, you.
No, you
No.
canonically have weird nipples.
You have weird nipples.
No, you canonically have weird nipples. Everyone was there and saw it.
You don't.
I
don't think they were.
I witnessed firsthand your weird nipples.
First of all,
I come
need to
back and the
stop.
first thing I hear is weird nipples. What the fuck?
Alex is talking about him looking directly at my nipples.
What the Okay?
I know, right? He's a right fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Niff, cut all of that.
You brought up the nipples and everything.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I'm not. I don't. Probably won't care enough. Probably just cut this entire conversation.
right up, like, cut everything out before you said nipples.
Might just.
That's why you need one of the fucking like clickers so you can mark where you're keeping and getting rid of.
No, I'm basically just gonna have to watch through the entire video again and cut where necessary. It's what I do with Subnautica. How many hours have we been going for? We're on 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right. So you have escaped the popo.
Does
You can see your water
the-
level going down.
Does the ship have some sort of like GPS? Or
I did
Is
ask
there a
about
way-
navigation.
yeah, is there a way I can navigate now to the second address, like the second location that we were given?
Space sat nav.
Roll an intelligence. The sat nav's in Gnomish.
Okay. I don't know Gnomish.
Why are there so many gnomes?
I like gnomes, okay? They're cool guys. And in Spelljammer, they come in shiny metal.
Hmm.
But yeah. So you have activated the sat-nav. It does give visual direction, but it speaks in Gnomish.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not going to be paying attention to what it's saying anyway. I'm just going to be looking at it occasionally.
Actually lead us to where we need to go.
I'll take a quick glance at where it's trying to tell me to go, and then I'll just turn it off and then go by memory.
Okay. Right, cool.
As soon as I hear it start speaking, and no one's like, nope,
Just turns off the sound.
just turn it off. Like, nope, no thank you.
You're really bad at spaceships.
I'm not.
Because of...
Yeah, but you are.
It's just my rolls are so bad.
No, it's because it's a very bulky ship.
Uh-huh.
It has a very...
Actually, would it be wisdom, or would it be intelligence? Because I've been rolling it with wisdom.
I mean,
Because it's
you're the
wisdom
one-
proficiency.
You're the one that said it was the proficiency.
Yeah, but it was a query one that I had to choose myself, and I chose wisdom because survival is usually what people used to roll. So
It's fine. It's more that the intelligence is more for like trying to understand the controls.
yeah, I'm used to like old-fashioned ships. This is new.
Yes. Very strange. Like, this thing is built different. Roll me. What would like understanding? Is there like an artificer roll? Like to see, like when you glance at a thing, if you can understand it, or anything like that.
Arcana.
Yeah.
I guess yeah. Arcana would be like
Technically.
tech roll.
Yeah, roll me Arcana then. It's just like in Pokemon.
Fuck off. Okay,
There is a
I need new dice.
there is a button that has got a like glass thing around it, like a thing to lift up before you press it, and you can see it's got what looks like a skull on it.
That's turbo. That means
It's gotta
turbo.
That's it, yeah. That's either kill enemy or go so fast we, outrun death.
Our skin ripped off.
I don't want to die.
Activate ludicrous speed.
Do you take up the plastic clip and then press the button?
No, I look at it like I'll save that for another time.
When we're really in danger.
Yeah, this isn't a dangerous situation. This is a fine situation.
Yeah.
Can't wait till like there's a dragon gaining speed on you. What do? It's like I pressed the death button.
I will remember that button exists.
Yes. So yeah, big red button. You don't press it. It's fine.
No.
Roll
I look over at it. I look over it like every now and then, like a little bit of
It's an
sweat.
ironic. It's an ironic label. It's a disco button.
Ah, yes, dancing to death.
Yeah.
While he's piloting the ship, what are the two others doing?
I'm walking around. I'm meandering around the ship,
Okay.
saying, finding the bathroom, find where the kitchen is, what's in the cargo hold.
This doesn't have a kitchen per se, nor does it have like places to sleep other than like an out. Oh, what's it called? When they carve just a bit of rock into the wall and it's just an empty space for people to sleep in. Alcove.
Outcrop. Alcove.
Alcove. Yes, thank you, Zubi. So yeah, there's just like an alcove for a single medium creature to sleep. There is a microwave and a kettle
Alright.
and a chair.
So we're good on pot noodles, I guess.
I mean,
I'll be outfitting that right quick.
Did you buy pot noodles?
We could find them.
Are you sure? They might be imports.
They're everywhere in Space England.
But we're not in space.
Spingland.
We're not in space England. We're in the furthest reaches of known space.
Oh.
Yeah, and you don't think England would have conquered that place first?
Sheffield.
Probably.
Space Sheffield.
Space Detroit.
Detroit.
That doesn't work.
The most dangerous place on Earth. Space
Spondon.
Glasgow.
Spiderhole.
It sounds like you're saying spider hoe.
What about Spedinburgh?
Spife.
New Edinburgh.
Speedenburg.
Anyway.
Beddingham.
Yeah, so you're looking around. You find the pot noodle. Not the pot noodle. You find the microwave.
Yes!
You find a pot noodle.
Yes!
So you find the microwave and the kettle. There is a quote-unquote bathroom. It's more just a chair with attachments so it goes outside. Like in the cargo bay. Like,
Oh, I thought you meant like directly outside, as in like it's just a tube from toilet to fucking outside the ship.
This isn't built for space travel at all.
no, it is actually built. It can technically do orbital and space travel, but it doesn't have.
Oh, still in space shitting.
It doesn't.
It's like the airport. It's like the airplane ones where it's just like you poop on a shelf and then press the button, it goes into a tank. But instead, it just opens up and goes directly into space. What tank? It's just a hole. We poop on a shelf, press a button, it gets ejected from the ship. Boom.
Or it's like that really bad one where it's just a shelf. Press a button, it opens up. It's just a flaming pit.
I mean, it's only you two that have to worry. I don't think I poop, so.
I don't know if Clack does either.
Bugs
I mean,
poop.
I am bug, so I do.
Yeah,
Everybody poops.
I don't got a butthole.
You sweat instead.
Yeah, that's canon. That is canon. That's how plasmids work. I just sweat piss. Nondescript, odorless waste.
Right.
Flip that.
Unless I eat an asparagus. And then,
Would be-
whoa!
Or a beetroot and you go pink.
I need to know, were you going to say do blueberries turn your pee blue?
No, I was not gonna say that.
What
else?
What the fuck is
What
this?
else could it have been?
How have we gotten so off track?
I don't know.
This is completely on track. I don't know what you're talking about. We never left the track.
Stop distracting everyone with your piss.
There's a track?
Never!
Well, space.
There's no rails in space!
Well, we don't need roads.
There's spales. There's spales everywhere.
How do I get off this fucking Spain?
Go to the border.
What was I saying? Yeah.
We're talking about the toilet.
We are not neurodivergent at all.
What is
Neurodivergent.
Clack doing? Well, Zuby's driving the ship, and Bearman is contemplating poo.
I don't outrage me.
I actually don't know what Clark would do. He would probably like. Yeah, I actually don't know what he would do. There's no like creatures other than Abraham and Kenway on the spaceship that is biological. My Axel would probably like be an interesting design for Clark to check out, but I don't know.
I've got Axel. I've also got Sprocket.
Yeah, but I don't know about Sprocket, do I?
Oh, he's visible. He's either solid glass orb full of water with like a mechanical goldfish going around it.
I can't help but notice you have a goldfish strapped to your hip.
Yeah, that's Sprocket. My lucky charm.
You made that?
Of course I did. One of the first things I made.
Interesting. Did you make him as well? As it like points at Axel.
Oh yeah. Pride and joy. Took me
Marvelous.
forever to get all the parts.
Interesting. Very interesting, actually.
And I can assure you, he's mostly legal.
Mostly legal.
I swear,
Well,
officer,
what was that
it was
thing?
it was mostly legal activity.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
mostly
wow.
legal. Some of the parts may or may not have been taken without the owner's permission, but
They called me mad. Said I was playing with things beyond my understanding. Well, I showed them as I blew up my office.
he's a fully sentient, aware machine.
What, like fucking Ultron?
The Steel Defenders are fully aware themselves. They can do things on their own.
They're done.
It's just when I say something, it overrides any command that they've currently working on themselves.
They're done. They're done.
Yeah, just don't connect him to the spin center.
Oh god.
So as you guys are chilling out in your ship, talking to each other, Zuby, can you roll me another ship proficiency, please?
I sure can.
Okay.
No 12.
Yeah.
You drive by Space Wendy's, and after a couple more minutes, you find the dock that leads to the Crimson Fucker, the wonderful spaceship that you will all be seeing, or like that you will all be getting on.
The Crimson Curva. Okay.
No, it's fucker. It's okay because it's spelled with a PH. It's like a F-U-K or F-C-U-K.
FCUK.
Yeah.
Like the shower gel brand.
Or as I call them, my fuck shoes.
I call them for cucks.
For cucks.
Cuck. So it's spelled.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So this is what the ship looks like.
That's the kind of ship I'm used to.
On the outside, yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen inside yet.
Piracy.
Adventure. All these things can be yours. Oh shit.
You saying the ship could be mine? Why, thank you.
Just like that.
Don't mind if I do.
Crimson Fucker is a massive ship. Think like the kind of ships they use to break sea ice. Like massive research vessel.
I just realised I haven't seen a picture of what Axel looks like.
But anyway, so you make it to the Crimson Fucker. Now you have to try and land the ship on the ship.
Okay. Here we go. He does nothing.
Don't
Keep my
fucking-
thumb away from the fucking cannon button.
Yeah, please don't blow up another one.
It'll be fine.
Big money. Oh my god.
At least it's not the nut one.
That is true. So you bring down the ship.
Just press the button.
You bring
No!
you bring down this ship slightly a bit too hard. It does hit the deck off the Crimson Fucker, which then like seems to shimmer with a kind of energy field around it, protecting it from the damage. And you can hear Hootsover shouting, like he's standing on top of the ship, shouting through the window, telling you to take things slow.
Can we hear him through the window? I can imagine the windows are pretty thick if they have to survive, you know, the
In
vacuum of space.
well, they're magically reinforced. I guess you could hear a faint hearing. You can make out his voice, but not what he's saying. I guess.
We can like see his movements and stuff like that.
I'll just like sign to him like, I can't hear what you're saying, and give 2 thumbs up.
The button? You want me to press the button?
2 thumbs up, then point at the button with the skull.
You can see him cross his hands and say no when you point towards that button.
He's doing a skull and crossbones. That's just like the button.
Yeah.
Do you activate the button?
No.
Do I? I'm smart enough not to. But I do it for the funnies.
I will say.
I want to see
I will say
how
your actions will result in Hootzifer taking physical harm. He will survive, but he will take physical harm. But
I'll slowly lower my finger down to see his reaction, but I won't actually push it. I'll get to like just before touching it.
Yeah,
I'm seeing if I can like.
As soon as he sees that you're about to touch the button, he basically jumps off the ship back onto the Crimson Fucker.
Maybe not press that button.
Oh, press that another day.
One of these days, button, you and me, something's gonna happen.
Does the ship have like a tannoy system?
No.
Then I'll just kind of shout out loud, "Land ho!"
Roll me a ship proficiency. We're trying to land again.
Well, I thought I landed.
No, you bumped the deck.
We know down. He did down before. He knows down.
I'm good at down.
He's so good at down.
It's more trying to angle it.
He's
Fuck it,
listen.
hell.
Down is a concept.
Is it bad? I just want Clack like move aside. I'll do it.
I mean, Clack is welcome to try.
I also want to try. I'm not proficient.
Neither am I.
You'll have to get past Axel
I'm bigger than Axel.
when he's stood on all fours. Yes.
So, I'm bigger than Axel.
So you're saying he can stand on 2 legs,
Yeah.
like upright? Fair enough.
Most of the time he stays on all fours because he's currently in like a wolf configuration, but he has the possibility to stand on 2 legs.
Mind if I give it a try?
No, I got this. I'm the pilot.
He says, sweat coming from his brow. I can do this. I can do this. I'm a pilot.
It's because I'm obeying the rules again.
Roll the
I
proficiency.
feel like that's cool. We're talking a pirate ship into a pirate ship. This is pirate squared right now.
That's double the amount you had originally. You do manage to park the new Xanther ship on the main deck. So if you look at the Crimson Fucker little sheet, you'll see there's a ship plan. The bit in between the forecastle and the stern castle is where you park the ship. Like blocking the top side way to the cargo bay. But you have secured the ship on the other, much bigger ship. Are you
Great.
And I'll say, we have landed. I'll make sure I set like the mag thing so we are actually solidified onto the ship. It's not just going to like slide off.
Yeah.
And then I'll like open up the entrance exit hatch door thing.
Okay, you flick this. You flick the switch. The hiss of steam and air rushes through the ship, refueling its stagnant air with fresh air. As the door opens into blazing sunlight, and you stand upon the main deck of the Crimson Fucker.
I would say I like solid ground, but this is not like that kind of solid ground I'm talking.
No, this ground is perfectly solid.
Yeah. Shall we go and explore? Or maybe talk to Hootie?
Yeah, I want to go talk to the little guy.
One of the few
He said-
people you can say that to.
He said the person who's probably about the same height as him.
Hootie is actually taller. He's 5'10".
What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, fuck it, I'll still say little guy.
I think our monkey man has short man syndrome.
I may be short in stature, but I'm not in fucking ego.
That you have in spades.
All the size went to where it counts.
My dog.
His tail.
That tail got a pretty long tail.
6 inches of tail.
So, as
My tail's about the same length as me, actually.
when you guys get onto the deck of the Crimson Fucker, you can see that there is more to this crew than just you. You see that there are other Hadozis jumping around the deck, securing rigging.
Why did you say it like that?
That's what they're Hadozis, are they not? How do you
Hadozis.
Hadozis?
How does his...
Well, they're monkey people. But the monkey
Whoa.
people, these monkey people from the Crimson Fucker crew, look a lot more ancient and more animalistic than our Kenway monkey friend here.
Undignified, you see.
Apparently so.
You're a maniac!
A maniac with style.
Okay, I'm not gonna argue with that.
Flip my non-existent coat.
It's just like a tarp that you like stolen.
No, the only item of clothing I've got on my top half is wraps around my arms. And a headband. That's it. I think. Yeah, I've got gauntlets, wraps on my arms, and a headband. And a necklace.
Okay. So as you go and talk to Hootie, you can see he looks not in a trance, but like he's listening to something. But you can't hear anything. As soon as you appear, he says, "Ah, good. The captain tells me we'll be leaving soon. Do any of you need any last minute supplies before we go?"
Food might be a good idea. Food and water.
Well, we have lots of that. Our water is recycled, and we're also able to harvest space ice.
Okay.
In terms of food,
What about food?
in terms of food, we have these lovely Vomlet MREs.
How dare you?
What? I bought them in bulk.
You-
Show me to your kitchen.
Actually the Crimson Fucker does have a kitchen. So I believe it did. Yeah, the galley. Wait, this has a saloon? Okay, so you have a few options here. You have a saloon, you have a mess hall, or you have the galley.
Pretty sure the galley is where you keep prisoners.
No, that's the brig.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the
Saloon,
galley
you
is like a
say?
meeting room / entertainment area for high-ranking members of the crew,
I
and a place where the captain eats his meals.
guess it would be mess hall then.
Cool. Yeah. Let me see what kind of vegetables and meats they have. They have good stocks of vegetables, slightly less stocks of like dried quote unquote meat. The one thing they do lack though is seasoning. All they have is salt.
Bastards. We'll say the mess hall is where you eat. The galley is the kitchen.
Oh, so okay. So yeah, the galley is the
So I'll be
kitchen.
going to the galley then.
Yeah. But yeah, so the actual ingredients you have, but seasonings and spices you are sorely lacking.
I've got a list of like magic items that I could have sworn was for this game, but it must have been for a different one, and I've just kind of accidentally saved it with this. And in it, I've got Heward's Handy Spice Pouch, which is a pouch that has 10 charges, and I can use an action to expend 1 charge to get any amount of food seasoning that I want of any kind.
Ah, okay. Oh, then yeah, I guess you've just solved the issue.
No, that's what I mean. I don't have that.
Oh, do you not?
But if it was for... Because I've got a load of magic items like lined up for some reason, and I don't know what they're for. They could have been for this. It could have been for a different campaign that I was just not a part of.
Well,
But I've got...
do you have the spices, or do you not?
No, but I would love to have been able to make one using replicate magic item, but I cannot.
Okay, I'll give you a D20 to see. 16. Okay, I'll say that there is in the kitchen. You find that pouch with 5 charges.
Hell yeah!
Because once you use it all up, that's it gone, isn't it?
No, it recharges at dawn.
Oh.
It recharges 1d6 plus 4 at dawn.
Oh, okay, then yeah, just 5 charges then.
Nice.
For spice melange.
Shouldn't
Yeah,
we technically also get spices from the component pouch?
my favourite
no,
seasoning.
No, spell components are not the same as spices.
Okay, then using the spice pouch and any ingredients I find, I'm going to try and cook up the best meal I can for this crew.
Okay.
Some good soup.
Gonna use all 5 charges if needed.
Does Clack and Ahab need any supplies from in the city?
No. I'm good.
Well, then the owl gives the order, and the monkey cuts the ropes, and the ship starts to list outwards towards open space. It's majestic. There's different angles of the ship as it's flying through space, like it's in fucking Star Trek. You know, the big long shots of the ship as it's moving.
Never seen Star Trek.
Oh, you're missing it, man.
Neither have I, but I know what you're on about.
And Hootie turns to all of you and says, well, all of you that are left on top deck, I know Zuby's gone to the gallery.
Mm-hmm.
He says to the bug and the blue man that we'll be going into hyperspace soon. Would you like to see it?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
So yeah, you all file into the cockpit, essentially. Can the people who walked into the cockpit please roll me Arcana?
Nope.
Ahab, you've seen many ship's controls. You've destroyed many ship's controls. You ain't seen ship controls like this before. It looks
Everything
weird
breaks.
and gothic. Like it's straight out of Bloodborne.
Space Bloodborne.
Spaceborne. if you will.
Just Bloodborne.
Splodborn.
Spotborn.
Splace Splodsporn.
Why the fuck is it Splice?
Because it's in space.
That's what the supposed for.
Yeah, but now you're in
Bloodspawn.
but now you're in deeper space.
Oh, deep blood.
Advanced spla. This is dumb. Anyway.
Ludicrous blood. Oh, space.
Yes. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight, with you guys speeding off into wild space, hyperspace.
To go kill a dragon.
Let's go skin a dragon for my dog.
I want to go slap a dragon so hard it dies. Made me think you're full of shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Proficient in all vehicles, you see. Need to crash 16 times.
Crashes.
Now you know how it feels to have my kind of roles.
Crashes into
Yeah, that was
open
me the
door.
entire Pokemon game.
Crashes into open door. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I didn't crash into the open door. I shot the open door to make it more
Yeah.
open.
It was and that was on purpose as well.
Well,
Yeah.
quote, on
Totally.
purpose.
Yeah,
Right.
he knew what he was doing.
So your first ever outro.
Hell yeah. I like how on the intro you were like, I want to read off a script, and then threw it to us with no script.
Yes, exactly. Gotta keep you on your toes.
That's why you got a shit intro.
Hey, I thought the intro was fine. My part was done well, at least.
Yeah, the bit that was scripted.
Yeah. But yes, everyone say goodbye.
Bye!
Bye.
Goodbye.
And hopefully, guys, we'll see you in the next one.